Good morning. It's Celeste of Astrology by Celeste. Yes, it is on this beautiful Wednesday morning. I'm a little late. The moon is in Pisces and it's approaching Saturn, a conjunction in Saturn and Pisces. And Saturn delays. And look at this. Mars is now in Gemini, and with Gemini, you need to do things twice. So I lit my candle and Mars was fire. I lit the match for my candle and it went out, so I have to light another match. This is something really important to remember, not to get too frustrated about having to do things twice or more, because Gemini is ruled by Mercury the trickster, and Gemini's a dual sign and it likes to do things twice. So Mars and Gemini. I had to 2 times to light my candle. And I'm doing my Surviving Mercury Retrograde candle from the Birthday Company. You can go to the link in my bio and check out their stuff, but with my discount code. But I think they're on back order or out of stock for this candle. I love it. We are in the shadow of Mercury Retrograde. It is coming in hot. I'm really interested to see what will be the big event on August 4th that is related to Mercury going retrograde in the sign of Virgo. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, let me get going. Let's see. Welcome everyone. Hi Ashley, good to see you, and Chrysula and the Imaginary Restaurant, and everyone. Let's see. Hi Raven and Teen Art Teacher, and Talking Bear's daughter. Nice to see you. Yes. Hi, Dion. Oh, Dion the Divine. Yes, Anissa. Okay, let me get going because I have a lot to say, and, we don't have all day to be here. Yes. So, this is the Astro and the Oracle program, and I am Celeste of Astrology by Celeste. And what I'm going to do, we're going to do something a little different this time, but I'm going to talk a little bit about the astrology, and then I'm going to pull cards for oracle guidance to help you navigate the energies of the week. And I have 2 decks today because we got Mars in Gemini conjunct Jupiter in Gemini. I mean, it's wide right now. Mars is only at 2 and Jupiter's at 13, but they're both co-present in the sign of Gemini. Yes. And so, Gemini communicates, and it rules like papers and documents and cards and all of that kind of stuff. And it's a dual sign. So I've got the Oracle of Mythic Heroes, and what we're going to do is we're going to pull some cards for the presidential candidates. Yes, from Lateo Wong's amazing deck. I love... If you saw me, I talked to Kay Taylor last week. She interviewed me on my Cosmic Conversation. You can see it on my YouTube channel if you didn't catch it here, or you can watch it here. It's on my wall. I love Greek mythology ever since I was a young girl. The stories, I love the Bible and biblical stories, Greek mythology, all kinds of this tapestry of storytelling that's gone through the thousands of years and all that. But Shakespeare, love Shakespeare, love Stephen King. Yeah, Dean Koontz. These thrilling adventures. And let's see, where was I? Yes. And so, I was talking about how much I love Greek mythology. Oh, and we're off to the races. This election season is a combination of a Shakespearean drama where the mythic hero faces their karma, and Greek mythology, and what was the other one I said? Something else. I did a post last night. I was up late last night. That's why I'm a little late too, because I was up late last night doing my post, my analysis of the potential, what could be going on in the election. And this is such a great time to really watch the astrology. And I'd really recommend, if you don't have one of these, I love this so much, this Honeycomb Collective journal. It's an almanac, and it has the transits and your personal transits in it. And it's organized so well. And you can go to honeycomb.co. I'm not affiliated with them at all, but I love it. I get it every year. And it has, like on a month, it'll show you how the planets are moving, gives you all the transits. These are just the mundane transits of what's going on in the sky. And then it gives you the ingresses, the moon cycles, the retrogrades. And then inside, you get this calendar, and it gives you all your personal transits too, so that you can see your personal transits and the mundane transits. And this could help you follow along if you know the symbology of the planets and the signs, and follow along. So this has been a great example of, maybe I need to sell my beginner astrology class that I already recorded, just so people can buy it if they want, to help them understand. I keep saying I'm going to do something like that can help people just understand this daily astrology, but I haven't had time. Anyway, so on Saturday, Mars went into the sign of Gemini. And when a planet changes signs, we will immediately start to see the new energetic shift. So Mars went from Taurus, where it's in its detriment, where it's plodding and slow and moving slowly but then it met Uranus, and boom, boom, bomb, bomb, reversals. Ooh, this thing's all spin out of control. And then it goes into Gemini, and Biden steps down and endorses Kamala Harris, and kaboom, we are off to the races. Gemini is mutable air. Air communicates, air connects. The very night, on Sunday night, there were 44,000 Black women who got on a Zoom call within hours with this Win Women, or Black Women Win organization that's been working for years about mobilizing the vote. But they normally have like 500 people on their calls. They have 44,000 people. They had to call the Zoom CEO to open it up so they could have more people. Then on Monday, there were 20,000 Black men on a call together to mobilize the vote. And I think it's tomorrow. There's a white women organizing, and we'll see what else goes on. This week's podcast is called The Whirly Burly. And when I title these podcasts, they always show up, and I don't necessarily know how they're going to show up, but the Whirly Burly is a strategy game. And we are seeing this, like the pawns, the rooks, like everything's being like organized and placed in order to move forward. So this is Mars and Jupiter and Gemini, this forward motion, propelling like nobody. People were morose about this election, and now there's all this enthusiasm and excitement. So regardless of your political leanings, this is like watching this come to life in the astrology is really instructive. Yes, about what is going on. Okay, let me see. There's some comments here. Hi, Moonchola. Hi, Blanca. Blanca's an amazing astrologer and tarot reader. You can follow her for amazing guidance. Grand rising to you. Yes. Happy Wednesday. Hi, everyone. Let's see if there are any comments before we get going. Yes. Oh, thank you, Jola. Yeah. Thank you. Do I read Sabian symbols? Yes, I do read Sabian symbols. Ooh, what's the Sabian symbol for 29 Capricorn? And everyone should look up their Sabian symbol for their sun, moon, and rising at least. Let's see. It says, hurry up. A woman reading tea leaves. Thanks, Blanca. A woman reading tea leaves. That's what I'm doing right now. But that's where the full moon was. Yes. I love it. Yes. Okay. Yeah. You should have hope. I predicted this Well, I predicted, and I realized this, I had an epiphany last night. I predicted this back in, I think it was 2023, that Joe Biden would have a health issue. Well, and then Kamala Harris would become president. I thought it was going to happen a while ago. I thought like he would maybe he was going to die or something. But I didn't say that. But I thought he might have a health issue or something. But now he has. And well, I thought, yeah. And I thought this year at the eclipses, I thought, he was going to have a serious health issue and that Kamala was going to have to step up. And it's happening. But the thing I said, and I was an intuitive hit, I said that, and this could be totally wrong, that it might not even be that close with the election. That there is so much forward momentum propelling forward that, yeah, they may not even know what hit them. We'll see. We'll see. It's early days. A lot could change. There's going to be twists and turns. I mean, with Uranus conjunct Algol square the moon of the United States in the Sibley chart, the moon rules the people. I mean, we are in for twists and turns, reversals, flip-flops, and flams. So we'll see what happens over time, but buckle up. So it's so exciting to me. I feel like it's so Shakespearean. So anyway, I wanted to start by pulling cards from the Oracle of Mythic Heroes for each of the candidates so that we can see if it shows up, in the stories that are coming. Because now, yeah. And Algol is protective as well as destructive. So Perseus used Medusa's head as a weapon against his foes. Yeah. So keep that in mind when we're thinking about Algol, the protective nature of it. And there's this Lilith archetype, and Kamala Harris is a Lilith archetype. And I did a post last night, and I talked about, like, J.D. Vance is going to be the gift that just keeps on giving with him and his childless cat lady comment. I think that's going to take fire. Okay, let's see. Let's start with Mr. Vance, Hillbilly Elegy, who thinks doesn't think much of women. Thinks they should stay in abusive marriages, and has a lot to say. Racist Mountain Dew. He thinks he's a comedian, and jokes falling flat. Mars is coming to, wait, where's his chart? I'll just say very quickly. Mars, yeah. So I'm going to pull cards for each of them. Yeah, Mars is coming to his north node, so his mistakes may be amplified even more. Like his communication amplified even more. Let's see, J.D. Vance. Let's get an archetype for him that we'll be thinking about as we move forward through this election. We'll see if Trump drops him because he's been a disaster. Psyche, transformation. Yes, so what he has done, look at him. Like, this is J.D. Vance in the back. And you can think about how this is the maiden archetype. Yeah, I feel like this is very like Venus and Virgo kind of archetype, that he thinks women should not be able to steer their own ships, that they are just, here for, I guess, birthing and cleaning and that sort of thing. Anyway, but he has this psyche, like, this Persephone myth. Like he would like to take women into the bowels of hell. For many of us would say, going back to the 1950s and things where women couldn't even have a credit card or anything or buy their own home and all of this kind of stuff. So think about Psyche and think about, this is a Scorpio card, and think about how, like, what he said comes to light and how it's used in order to for the advertising and the campaign communications. Yeah, that's for J.D. Vance. Okay. Let's see. Ah, shock, the utter excitement. Yes, yes. Ah, it says a group of executive men make decisions to change the world. Ah, and yeah, the whole game has changed. This is what Uranus does. I was at the wrong one. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. A group. Ah, interesting. Yes, Talking Bear's daughter says, I can hardly believe the quick change plot twist that has taken since Sunday. That's Mars and Gemini come out of the gate like a rocket. And like with Uranus, yes, yes. And Venus was in a Venus and Leo was in a sextile with Jupiter and Gemini. So both Mars and Venus are, having this expansive Jupiter energy. Yes. Yeah. That Venus and Leo sextile Jupiter and Gemini, and it's separating now, but we're still under that energy. And what happened was that President Biden endorsed Kamala Harris. Venus provides, Venus adds to life. It gives a gift. And Jupiter's benefactors, and like all those people getting on that call. Gemini communicates. And Venus and Leo is exciting. It's dynamic. It's this fire energy. These people are coming together and they're actually excited about what's going on now rather than, morose. Okay. Who should we do now? Let's do our former president, Donald Trump. What archetype should we be thinking about with him? Mythic hero. I get like Oedipus energy. Not Oedipus. We'll see. Let's see. Let me hurry up. We don't have all day. Justice. Orestes. Justice. Orestes. Well, it's a Libra. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that little blonde man down there. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, so we got justice for him. Okay, and let me read what Moonshala said. Okay, I accidentally read 28:29. I should have read 29:30. And it says, okay, thank you, Blanca. A group of executive men make decisions to change the world. Is this the donor class? Like pushing out? Ah, very interesting. Yeah, it has changed the whole game. Kamala. I hope I say it right. Yeah, it's Kamala, not the other way, right? Yeah, okay. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Okay, I will pull for Jill Stein and RFK. Yes, let me do Jill Stein. This is by request. Yeah, I haven't talked about RFK or Jill Stein at all. Okay, Jill Stein, burden, Sisyphus. So to me, she's part of the reason we have Donald Trump for president. If she hadn't been running, Hillary Clinton would have won. So thanks, Jill. Okay, let's do RFK. Now, Hillary Clinton was not great, but look at what has been wrought since 2016 in terms of the division, the hatefulness, all of it. Okay, let's see. Let's see, RFK, Robert Kennedy Jr., who was not too happy about Donald Trump not giving him the peace plot and released that video. I don't believe for a second it was just his son. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. What does Mr. Leo Rising Kennedy, with his Mercury at 29 degrees of Capricorn, which is so interesting, Blanca, that you brought up that thing. They thought they were going to do all this stuff in the background, him running and whatnot. Okay, let's see. Strategy, Odysseus. Odysseus wandered for I don't know how many years. So after the Trojan War, and Odysseus is one of my favorite myths from the Odyssey, about how he went to, after the Trojan War, it took him forever to get back home because he had all these challenges that he had to do. One of them was Circe, going to her island, and Circe was a sorceress. And there's actually a book from Madeline. Oh, what's Madeline's last name? I can't know why I can't remember her last name. Anyway, you can just look up Circe if you want to read it. It won the Pulitzer, I believe, about Circe, the sorceress. And we get men are pigs from that myth, because the men came to her island and were wilding out and being very toxic, and she turned them into pigs. Yeah. And he stayed with her for quite a while. Interesting that Odysseus, he's on his own hero's journey. So just think about this myth and think about the Odyssey. The things that come to me are there was this path that they had to go through, where on one side, and I'm going to say this wrong, is Scylla, and that was this monster with all these heads and whatnot. And on the other side was a whirlpool, Charybdis. And they had to navigate the ship through that. And there was also the sirens, where the sirens had this song that it was so beautiful, like the men off the ships would cast themselves into the sea. This is Saturn and Pisces. The Odyssey is Mars, Jupiter, and Gemini. They're going on this journey. And there's a lot of conflict on the journey. Square Saturn and Pisces. It's troubled waters, the seas that they were going over. And so the sirens, and then Odysseus had them tie him to the mast so that he could hear the song, but not plunge himself into the ocean. This gives me like, I think Kennedy had a lot of drug issues in the past. Yeah. And that men are pigs. There was this thing that came out recently, Vanity Fair did, with showing him doing something real weird with an animal carcass. And then what else would I say about that? What else those are the three that come to me. And Penelope was at home, his wife, who had all these suitors, but she kept weaving and unfurling this thing she was making to put them off so that she wouldn't have to marry someone else. Okay, so Odysseus is, that's also a Libra card. How interesting, both Trump and have a Libra card. Let's see, Kamala. Let's see what Kamala gets. What do we get for Kamala Harris for what we should be looking for as, because it's going to get real nasty. Real nasty. They are coming after her. They are going to demonize her every which way but loose, and I think it'll just increase her popularity with women. They are some... I love that JD Vance and Trump, they're both Leo risings with Taurus midheavens. So they're like two peas in a pod. This is like groupthink. From the Cuban Missile Crisis, we almost went to nuclear war with Russia because this groupthink mentality where they all like convince themselves their ways of thinking are correct. There's a Harvard business case you can probably buy or read about the Cuban Missile Crisis. I remember reading it in business. When I was getting my MBA, and it was jaw-dropping. the mistakes that were made that led us to the brink of war. Okay, anyway. Okay. So I got Deianira, insecurity, Cancer. So let me read. I have no idea who this is. So let me read her myth. Let's see. Let's learn about Deianira. I don't even know how to say that. It's number 11. I like that it's number 11, though. I'll have to figure out how to pronounce this. Okay. In the second decan of Cancer, we are encountering the next dimension of the cardinal and self-conscious form of water element, which is embodied in the mythical figure of Deianira, the Chaldean princess and wife of Hercules. The wife of Hercules. Hercules, the strongest man. How interesting. The strongest man on earth. Hercules. Okay. Princess Princess Di. We're going to just call her Princess Di. Had many brothers and sisters, and though she loved them dearly, each of them exceeded her in some way or another and made her feel small. She was not so wise as her sister Eurymede, nor so deep-feeling as her sister Melanippe. She was not so lovely as her sister Gorge, nor as daring as her sister Mathone. And being overconscious of this, Princess Di's smile became a brittle thing, and she often hid herself away from the rest of the court. It was such a day that the wild centaur Nessus came upon her. Okay, and then Nessus took her and tried to make her his bride. This feels very much like the Persephone myth. Yeah, so he tried to kidnap her and keep her as a slave by a creature half man, half horse. This really brings Chiron mythology to life. Chiron stations retrograde on Friday. Yeah, but then Hercules came in, the mighty hero. He charged forward and saved her. Okay, I'll read more of this. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how this shows up. When this appears in your reading, you're being called to notice hidden insecurities that may have a negative impact on your life. Maybe this is about her being a black woman and having to do everything 10 times better to get the same recognition. Maybe it's about, the sisterhood, like all of these women, and there are also men joining in who are going to be working. One of the things when the 20,000 black men had their call is they kept talking about being a protector and not allowing what happened to Hillary Clinton, the demonizing, go unaccounted for with this race and just letting them take out Kamala. So she's got protection is what I'm getting from this. She's got protection. They're going to try to attack her, but she's got protection. Once we truly understand our limitless strength and importance on a deeper level, we can shed the shackles of insecurity that have been holding us back all this time. Okay, let's see if there are any. Yes, we're pulling cards, and this is a special. I pulled cards for all 5 of the candidates we know so far, and so keep these myths in mind. And you can look up the spelling of this since I can't pronounce this word. But it's Hercules' wife. You can look up the mythology. Oh, interesting. Catherine points about J.D. Vance. Thank you for the badge, Anissa. Thank you. Yes. I'm going to talk with Dabney on Thursday, and we're going to talk through on YouTube. We're going to go through Kamala's chart. I hope I said it right. I keep saying it wrong. Okay. These cards are the Oracle of the Mythic Hero, this is by Lateo Wong. I interviewed him a couple of months ago. It's on my YouTube channel, or here, you can find it here on the wall, but it's easier to watch on YouTube. He's really great. Yes, the prosecutor versus the felon. Yes, yes. You know what? This is another great example. Uranus, like reversals. And a big thing from 2016's campaign was how they kept talking about lock her up with Donald Trump. Well, when Kamala had her first stop in Wisconsin, the people in the crowd kept saying, lock him up. It's a real example of how Uranus can bring things back to us. Uranus is elections, as well as Mercury retrograde. We're in the shadow of Mercury retrograde. Things coming from the past resurfacing. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yes, the Capricorn full moon. Yes. Yeah. Jill Stein was one of is running for president. Yeah. Yeah, definitely exciting to have Mars and Jupiter and Gemini. It's a party. Thank you, Darrell. Thank you for the badge. Yes. Okay. Wandering and charming snakes. Yes. I love that. Okay. Let's see. Yes, get out your mythology books. And yeah, Circe is a great book. Madeline Miller. It's Madeline Miller. Yeah. Yeah. Looks like the Strength card in the Tarot. Yes, the Strength card in the Tarot. Yeah. And insecurity. Her campaign is going to be excellent about poking the bear, poking these insecurities. The bear mythology is alive and well. Yeah. Yes, exactly. She's a Libra, and she's got insecurities. Yes, that probably have driven her so much in her life. She's got a sun in Libra, moon in Aries. She was born on a full moon. Yes, she was. And through life, like she's scrappy, really scrappy. And so, and she's got her sun where's her chart? Venus rules Libra, and her Venus is in Virgo, the sign of the maiden, the sign of, the independent woman. It's in its fall. So insecurities, perfectionist, all these kinds of things, conjunct Pluto, power and magnetism, and Uranus, uniqueness, fame. You can think about brilliance. So she's got this Virgo stellium of Venus, Pluto, and Uranus. Yeah. And her chart ruler, she's a Gemini rising. Her chart ruler is Mercury in Scorpio. And her Mercury is combust because it's really close to her sun, even though it's out of sign. So, yeah, she's had some missteps with the things she said, but it looks like she's learned over the last 4 years, and she's come out of the gate, boom. But she's Mercury rules her chart, and Mercury's going retrograde on August 4th. So we'll see how that shows up for her. If the retrograde, we know they're going to be dredging up all kinds of stuff, trying to paint her as a whore and all of this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Kamala, like .com. Thank you. Oh, Intrepid Now says, Dianari, why can't I say this? Deianira translates to man destroyer. Lord help us all. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Oh, okay. Yes. Where she has the castle shape, and it points to the 11th house. Oh, I haven't heard about the castle chart pattern. Ah, I think I see what you're saying. Okay, I'll have to look that up later. And you're Canadian, and you know all this. Okay, great. Okay, so the only announcement is the Leo New Moon Workshop is going to be on August 4th, and we'll talk about some of the stuff and see how, and I'll give you key dates for things that are coming up. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting next couple of weeks. Also, think about the Olympics. How perfect. I pulled this. Oh, look what's under the deck. I always like to look and see what's under the deck. It's like, what aren't we necessarily seeing? And it's Medusa. Algol is on the bottom of the deck. Yes. Okay. And the Olympics are starting on Friday, but I don't have time to talk about that now because I talk so much about that. Okay, let's see. Okay, so now we're going to listen to our sun, moon, and rising, and I'm going to use the Wandering Soul Oracle to help you navigate this week. Mars is in Gemini. There's this forward momentum. We want to be using this energy to give us, put a little lift in our sails with Jupiter. Like, who do you need to bring along or connect with in order to achieve your goals? And you want to do it in a strategic way where you're moving forward, but, keeping in mind that Mars is going to square Saturn later on in August, around somewhere around the 14th or so. Yeah, that's a big time, around the 14th. There's going to be some stuff. Yeah. So you want to propel yourself forward. Be excited with Venus and Leo. Oh, this is such great energy. Yes. Venus is in Leo. There's so much yang energy. Now, Mercury's going to go retrograde on the 4th, so we want to keep in mind that, it's not the best time to start big new things unless it's a great time to solidify things you've already started, or revise, revisit, review. You can think of what the Trump campaign is going to be doing. They thought they were running against Joe Biden. Now, with Mercury retrograde, going retrograde, it's already in the shadow. They're like looking at their plans and like, we've got to fix this. We got to change this. We've got a new competitor. Yeah. So you can think about that. And Mars is reporting into Mercury, and it's going retrograde. So they're going to try to pull out some old school 50s, BS. We're talking about how she's a DEI hire. Yeah, she's had an incredible career for decades. And, they're going to try to diminish her that way. I think they're making a big mistake demonizing all women, but we'll see. We'll see. Yes. Whose birthday is it? Oh, August 14th is your birthday. Okay. So Raven, you're going to have a Mars-Jupiter conjunction in your solar return. So I don't know what house, but there's this, energy. You can come for a reading if you want. I want you to use it well. You're going to have this I feel like you have like a jetpack available to you for this year, but you're going to have to use it carefully to so that you don't just into a wall. You're going to use your jet, you're going to moderate it. Okay. I hope that made sense. Okay. Yeah. One would think, Catherine. One would think. Okay. Cool, Zodiac Astrology. Okay, let's pull these cards. You're going to listen for your sun, moon, and rising for a 3-word card to navigate these energies. And I'm using the Wandering Soul Oracle card deck. Yes, I love this. This is from Rachel Jean. Yes, it is. And you're going to get pictures. And I want you, the moon is in Pisces. I want you to use your intuition for what you see with these symbols to create your own message to yourself. Yeah, from your higher guide, God, divine angels, whatever. Yeah, your intuition, your subconscious. Yeah. Your moon sign. Yeah. Okay, so for Aries, Aries, you've got memories. How interesting with what's going on at this time. You know, with Mars in Gemini, Gemini is a sign of childhood. Mars rules Aries. So there may be some stuff, especially with, we had this full moon in Capricorn. So the sun in Cancer family, the moon in Capricorn. You can think about your legacy, your work. You may be feeling a little bit nostalgic. And when Mercury goes retrograde, your ghosts come back, your mind turns to the past. This would be a good time to think about, well, first of all, backing up your computer, Aries. So because with Mercury retrograde, you want to back up your computer. And yeah, think about maybe even journaling. Like if you have kids, there have these beautiful things you can create for them so they can get to understand you better and know you better. It could be something you're working on now that you give to them as a gift when they're 18 or whatever. Yeah, like these legacy things where they can you know, get to know more about you or your parents or your grandparents. I think that would be beautiful, like some little ancestry thing you can do for your children. Yeah. And this time, like you can make a collage about this time capsule that we're in right now with news stories and how we got the first woman president and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. Okay. Taurus, mortality, the death card. So Taurus is fixed earth. And the death card is not to be feared. It's to be thinking about what do you need to let die that's no longer serving you. And Taurus is fixed earth. It's really hard to get rid of these. It's really hard to get rid of these habits and things that are really comfortable for us. Like I eat the same breakfast every day and I've done it for, I don't know, like a decade. I'm just a creature of habit. So thinking about what do you need to let go of because Uranus has been in your sign for a long time. It was activated by Mars. That can be severing and separating. I got rid of a bad habit or moderating it with that energy. So how did you use Mars Uranus in Taurus? What did you sever and separate? What habit? Yeah. Is it endlessly scrolling? Is it anxiety about stuff, like thinking about the future or ruminating about the past? Is it too much sugar? Is it too much potato chips? What is it? Yeah. Candy Crush. Okay. Gemini, cleanse. This is interesting for Gemini. It's like, and a couple of people can put in the question mark, your sun, moon, and rising, the question mark at the bottom. You may have to push a plus sign or something to see it, but I'll do a couple after I'm done. So cleanse. This is like keeping your energy clean, Gemini, because Mars is in your sign. You probably have already noticed like some little conflicts or little hiccups or things, because Mars can bring somewhat problems. And yeah, how do you want to clean your energy is what I'm getting, so that you can use this Mars Jupiter to the best. I want you to do some, because what can happen is you just let yourself, because Gemini makes everything, Jupiter makes everything bigger. So if you're like allowing negative thoughts to just, you could, with Mars and Gemini, because Mars is a malefic, Jupiter is a benefic, but you know, you can just let negative thoughts spiral out of control. I want you to do some like meditation, breath work, so that you can kind of cleanse and use this Mars in a positive way, like Kamala Harris is using. She's a Gemini rising. Yes, she's being attacked left, right, and center, but she's on the attack, and she's using this Mars energy to marshal the troops, get the excitement and the enthusiasm. Now, Mars is going to square Saturn in Pisces, so we want to be aware that there's like this energy. You need this steady growth. But yeah, there's something about needing to cleanse, get clear, get yeah. I hope that made sense. Okay. Character. Okay, I see there's like 8 in there. That's plenty. Okay. Okay. Oh, Jupiter, Mars in your first house. Just be mindful, Julia, with sharp objects. And yeah, don't get into it with strangers, I would say. And and I would say, like, be mindful, like if you have, people may be just trying to, yeah. Oh, your Taurus baby loves comfort foods. Ah. Oh, print out memes, dank memes for the time capsule. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, Cancer. Open. Cancer, what doors do you want to open? This is so interesting. The United States is a Cancer sun. Our birthday is July 4th. We have a Cancer stellium. We have Venus and Jupiter in Cancer. How interesting, they were in sextile when Joe Biden stepped down. This is a great example. When there is something going on the sky, when 2 planets or more that you have talking in your chart or talking in the sky, there's always a story for you. And Joe Biden stepped down and opened the door for Kamala Harris to run for president. Yeah. And so this to me is like also this glass ceiling kind of stuff. So thinking about what doors are you going to open? And what doors have been shut in your face that you're not going to take no for an answer, that you're going to keep working, keep going at it, not giving up. Cancer is cardinal initiating energy. Yeah, so think about that. And let's go as such a Mars and Gemini conjunct Jupiter. Leo, celebrate. Yes. Leo, the sun is in your sign. Venus is in your sign. You've got this beautiful Leonic energy. Yes, now there's a Plutonic undercurrent. Both Venus and the sun went into Leo, opposite Pluto. So that's like partnering with power or recognizing subconscious things that are coming up within you. And then as you address them, you can celebrate. I love this. Yes. It's having some fun in Leo season. It is off to a good start. There will be issues and trouble and toils and trouble. But yeah, be mindful on Friday. Chiron's retrograde in Aries. Extra careful with sharp objects. Okay. Virgo. Consciousness. So Virgo, with Mars and Jupiter squaring your Virgo placements, it's a really good idea for you to, especially with this Mars, for Virgos to be aware, especially with Mercury going retrograde, of your thought processes. And are you using, like, if your thoughts are getting too negative, catch yourself and start like just diverting to something more positive. What do you have to be grateful for? What are the things that are good, optimistic? Thinking about how you can affect change, and people rallying together can really make a difference. Yeah, they sure can. It may move slowly. Pluto moves at the speed of a glacier, but it has the impact of a tsunami. So Pluto's in Aquarius. It is up to the collective on how this is going to turn out. It could turn out very negatively with a lot of authoritarianism, power over the people, or a more equitable world with power to the people. Yeah. And people with a lot of power can do good or bad. Yeah. So these are things to be thinking about. So Libra. Let's see, what's your card? Escape. Okay, the days of people pleasing, going along to get along, all of that. The South Node is in Libra, clearing that out. Yeah, we are not just going to be doormats. No, we are not. No, we are not, Libra. This is like the Eight of Swords card to me, where it's like you take off the woman is bound by scarves, and all she has to do is lift her wrists up and then they fall off. So think about what cage have you put yourself in because you wanted approval, and it has to do with your childhood, probably, that you were rewarded for being pleasant or pretty or whatever or sweet. And yeah, but we're letting ourselves out of this cage. Mars, the North Node's in Aries, about being assertive, about being direct, about having courage, all of this kind of stuff. So think about the memories that led you for and how the shadows of Libra have shown up with your sun, moon, or rising. So much focus on the other. Yeah, you can think about that because Aries was memories. Okay. Let's see. What's Scorpio? Vulnerable. The heart. Vulnerable. Yeah. This to me gives me this, like this, Princess Di, we're just going to call her, the Kamala card. Yeah. Yep. This gives me this. And it's important to be vulnerable. Mars rules Mars rules Scorpio, and with it coming to Jupiter, maybe there's a call for you to let down some of the walls and risk some of the potential hurt and be vulnerable with someone, either a friend or a loved one or, a therapist or what have you, or come for an astrology reading if you really just need someone to talk to. Yeah. And then we have mortality and vulnerable. Yeah, there's something about both of those. Mortality for, yeah. Good idea to get a checkup too. Yeah, if you need one. If you haven't been to the doctor in a long time. Okay. But it's metaphorical. Yeah. Interesting. Sagittarius gets divine language. Yeah. So Sagittarius, maybe you're like, a big part of your energy is encouraging you to constantly be learning new things. You can do 40 Days of Spirit with me. I'm loving it, where every day you get an email and it's all about deepening your intuition and your psychic skills. You can go to the link in my bio. My friend Tiffany Herlick, who's an amazing astrologer and psychic medium, created it. But it's all about getting in touch with your intuition and seeing signs and signals and balancing and all this kind of stuff. It's so wonderful. So cleanse and divine language. Yes, and I'm really feeling like meditation is cleansing any like Gemini anxiety. I'm doing my meditation every day. Yes, I am. And this one is just a silent meditation. Years ago, I went to, there's this, it's called Vipassana. I went to a 10-day silent meditation. Oh my God, retreat. That was something. Oh my God. Yes, it was really good, but it was something. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm off track, but anyway, maybe you want to do something like study astrology or something. Yeah. Learn another language. Or talk to your angels or something like that. This is the Temperance card. Looks like an angel. Okay. Let's see. Capricorn. Ooh. Unblock. Alrighty now, this is this full moon. We're still under the full moon where the sun in Cancer, moon in Capricorn. Cancer was open Capricorns, unblock. If you are so called to get involved with the election, like it really gives you some enthusiasm, especially if you've been depressed or something, you can go to Win with Women or something. You can just look it up or get involved in your local place. You can write postcards, do whatever. And maybe, you think, oh, Kamala's done a bunch of stuff you don't like, but getting involved can help turn the ship, turn the direction. So you can think about what needs to be unblocked in your life. They have nothing to do with the election. Okay. Hi, Tara Love Lady. Oh, yeah, Darrell, you love... okay. Enlighten me. It's supposed to go in the question mark. Yeah. Okay, at the bottom. Yeah. Will the U.S. open all doors to the skeletons in the closets? That's a good question. Leo needs some celebration. Yes. Feel the energy. Okay, Darrell. Okay. What did you miss? Oh, Libra was escape. Blanca. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. We're to Aquarius. Ooh, Aquarius is strength. How interesting. So Leo is celebrate, and in tarot, the strength card is Leo, but Aquarius is strength. Celebrate how you've come, you've come through some difficult things, and, that celebrate anytime you've shown strength. The full moon phase is celebrating any wins. And this is like the whirly burly. You can go listen to the Celestial Insights podcast, wherever you listen. This week's title is Whirly Burly. And it's a game. I've never played it, but it's about strategy. And yeah. I described the game at the beginning of the podcast. So you can think about how Aquarius, masses of people are getting organized on all sides of all the different candidates. Yeah. Being strategic, like a chess piece. Yeah. And Aquarius, think about where you need to be more strategic in your own life. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh, you're writing postcards, Lara. Wonderful. Yes. Yeah. Perfect mirror for the Cancer Capricorn axis. Yes, I'm throwing cards all over the place. Yeah. Oh, how funny. Oh, he just went live, addressing the nation. Oh, you don't see a question mark at the bottom. I don't know. Why do some people not see a question mark at the bottom? Okay. It looks like a plus sign. Okay. Hi, Elsie. So good to see you. It's been a minute. Okay, Pisces. Pisces, communicate. It's so interesting. Saturn's in your sign, and Saturn in your sign can kind of isolate you, move you away, like you're isolating yourself because of maybe you're working on something and needs some alone time. But maybe now that Mars is in Gemini in a square with Pisces, you're like coming out, you're coming back out. Maybe you had to take a step back, and this is giving you the opportunity to come back out, or just like make sure to do, your moon rituals and connecting with your inner voice and your inner wisdom and communicating, maybe journaling. Maybe you'll use this Mars and Jupiter and Gemini to be journaling. Yeah, your whatever, sun, moon, or rising. And Pisces is ruled by Jupiter traditionally. And it's in Gemini, an air sign. Air communicates, air connects. Do you need to talk to someone about anything, especially if you're feeling really depressed? Because Saturn on your sun especially, or your moon, or your ascendant, frankly, can be symbolic of you being in a time where you're feeling like your energy is, and right now it's at 18 degrees. Your energy is kind of depressed or blocked, or you feel like this heavy blanket on yourself, or or you just have a lack of energy. Yeah. So keep that in mind. Do you need to talk to someone? Okay. Where can you get your chart done? You could go to my website, and I have a link there to pull a chart. I do natal chart readings. You can come get a reading from me. You can book it at astrologybyceleste.com. You can also go to astro.com, but I like what I have on my website. I think it's astro-charts.com because they give you a nice description. You can get just a basic understanding of some of the stuff in your chart that they write. So these are the things. Let me see. I got all the comments, I think. Wait, why does it say no questions yet? That is so weird. We are in Mercury retrograde, and I went to push the question mark, and all the questions disappeared. Okay, I'll just go look through. And I know some people put their sun, moon, and rising in here. Let me see if I can find it. Hi, Valerie. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Intrepid now is a sun in Leo, moon in Scorpio. Sun in Leo, moon in Scorpio, and a north node in Capricorn. Okay. So I want you to think about. So this to me is like you're thinking about something in the past. I want you to have this optimistic, celebrate how, despite, because, your moon in Scorpio, there may be a big family story or something where you had to face really difficult things, whether it was life and death situations or really big seismic shifts, or like someone in your family that was really deeply emotional or was, difficult, or, the power struggles or whatever scorpionic that went on in your family, because the moon rules family. I want you to think about and celebrate how, despite all of this or whatever, or how you had to deal with your deep emotional nature, and how you've had to learn to manage having a moon in Scorpio, because the moon is in fall in Scorpio, because it can get that water energy, but it can sink to the bottom of the ocean like a stone. Yeah, but how you've healed some of this stuff and unblocked things to live the life you wanted to. The North Node in Capricorn, that means your South Node is in Cancer. So with a moon in Scorpio and a South Node in Cancer, there's a big story about managing emotions in your life. And I want you to celebrate any wins, sometimes that you've, been faced with difficult things, and how you've learned, even if you still feel like, I've got so much to go, feel like how you've learned, and continue to work on your North Node in Cancer. Being able to have a bit of a detachment and staying stable and practical and steady despite what's going on, churning, burning, inside. Okay. So that's for Intrepid now. So for 1K Brown, hi, nice to see you. You're a Libra sun and moon, and a Leo rising. Here we go to celebrate again. Escape. Yeah, so this, I feel like this is about relationships. Libra rules relationships. I want you to think about, and don't beat yourself up. I spent 10 years with that person. And it was just like I wasted my youth. I don't want you thinking anything like that about whatever cage you are in or are in now. You have the opportunity to escape, and when you do, you can celebrate. So think about what cages you can escape from to bring better in your life, or have already escaped from. Okay. You're welcome, Julia. Yes. Okay. Cat in return. Okay, cat in return. You probably should do a picture with you holding a cat. even if you're not a childless single lady. Yes, for the coming, I think there's going to be a coming viral campaign. Yeah. Okay, that is just going to be a groundswell where all of these women are going to be, thanks to JD Vance holding these cats. Okay, you're a Sag Sun, Aquarius Moon, and a Leo Rising. Divine language strength. I want you to connect with your higher power, connect with your angels, whether it's through meditation or what have you, in order to, when you can run up against times when you're really feeling blocked or anything, I think it can be very strategic for you to listen to your inner voice. And it will lead to success. I'm feeling like this is the Six of Wands card. Well, it's 4 or 6 of Wands. And yeah. It's 4 or 6 of Wands. Like, really make sure you stay in touch with your higher power, your higher consciousness. When you are struggling or which play to go forward, I feel like your intuition, that inner voice, can be really powerful to help you. And if you need to strengthen it. You can do 40 Days of Spirit. Go to the link in the bio and set off on that journey with me. Yeah, I'm doing it. Yep. Okay, let's do Enlighten to Me. Virgo Sun, Libra Rising, and a Leo again. And Leo Moon. Okay. Want you to use your Virgo. Like, Virgo brings order to chaos. If you've got a lot of swirling thoughts, or what do you need to do to bring some order to that chaos of it? Yes, I want you to think about that. It's feel like there's something you want to get out of, but maybe you've been analysis paralysis. I think it's time to get out of analysis paralysis. You're going to use your Mercury retrograde in your sign to do some strategic thinking about how you want to take your next steps you want to take. And you're not going to criticize yourself. You're going to let go of that. In fact, you're going to, anytime something in your mind comes, because Virgo can be very self-critical, anytime something comes into your mind where you start to pick yourself apart, and I should have done this better, you're going to stop, escape from that pattern, and you're going to write yourself with Venus and Leo, you're getting homework, is to write something great about yourself or think something great about yourself. What is something about yourself that you're really proud of, that you've been complimented on by others, that's a strength? Whether it's about you being of service and a good friend or a good partner or whatever, or advocating for others, whatever it is, I want you to turn your thoughts, do the spin around with Uranus, and to the more positive. Yeah. Okay. Okie dokie. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I hope this was helpful. Yes, I will post the cards. Yes. Yes, Leos are here. We want to hear about ourselves. Hi, Ori Bella. Nice to see you. Yes. Okay. So if I didn't do you, hopefully you got a cleat on where I was talking to someone else and you felt like it was to you. We did 2 decks today with, I'll post pictures for both of them with Oracle and Mythic Heroes by Lateo Wong. This is on my Amazon storefront, and I'll post a link to this. Rachel Jeans, The Wandering Soul Oracle. She has an Etsy store. You can go look at The Wandering Moon. I'll post a link to her as well with the pictures. Okay, everybody, I will be back on Friday. Who am I talking to on Friday? Actually, I'll be on YouTube tomorrow. I don't know if it's live or not. Anyway, I'll be back on Friday. I'll post who I'm talking to. But anyway, you take good care, and go to the link in my bio. Come to the Leo New Moon Workshop. I'll do as many hot takes as I can. It's going to be a really good one. We're going to have a lot of fun with all this energy. It's August 4th. Yes, on Zoom. Okay, take good care.